This is the mission 56, organized by Space Analog Station, Habitat Marte. And this mission is happening from November 13th to 22nd. We are having participants from Saudi Arabia, India, Mexico, and Brazil. And today we'll be talking about the main station, how would be the operation of a main station in Mars, and then we'll be talking about the many aspects, okay, in this presentation. And then he's possible to see the landscape, the blueprint of the space station, the possible space station in Mars, okay, the Mars habitat. And then the main station is based here in this position. And then initially we'll be talking about the internal design. Okay, it's the first dimension of our presentation. And then this was a proposal done by the architecture student from India, Yash Rato. And then he conceives how the app, okay, the would be used in terms of the main station, okay, presenting three levels. But we are considering that the main station is an area that would be like a convivence area, a living lab, where all people uh, become together to develop some social activities and have some entertainment in the main station, okay? And then we are considered that one model of 8 diameters and three floors are not enough to receive the entire requirements for the main station. Okay, then for the main station, we are imagining in the entire station a crew of around 25 to 30 crew members, and then we are considering necessity of a bigger main station. Okay, and then we'll be talking about. And then we are imagining that in the main station, some facilities are the control center, the dormitory, the training room, dining room, kitchen, one area of gym, spa, and recreational. Also the research room, and also a small vertical garden with plants for meals. Here, you can see some possible concept. Uh, the use of nature in all facilities, it's considered important because it's also presents very important elements. Also, it's important to see the quality of the air, because if the air is present in a good condition, the plants will be growing. Also, examine the lightning of the in the area. Also, other point is a good to the members remember about the nature in Earth, and also part of this nature will be plants cultivated in vertical garden to be consumed in the for the meals. Okay, in the kitchen. In the case, would be possible to have some spices cultivated in some part of the main stations, and the spices would be used to prepare the food, prepare the meals. And then one of the infrastructures will be the control center, and also it's a area of the management and communication. Possibly the commander would be in this area. And then we are participating in a event called Acting Space. And then we are imagining a possibility of in the control center that exists like a dashboard. The dashboard, the commander and the crew in the main station would have would be looking a lot of parameters about how the greenhouse is operating, and also the conditions in the power station, also the health of the astronauts. By each astronaut would be using like a Apple Watch, and then also collecting the data, okay, and then uh, also information about sanitation, all of these, okay. Okay, just a moment, one moment. One moment, I had a problem in my house here. Just a moment, okay?
Okay.
Hi guys, sorry. Okay, okay, I'll be returning to the recording. Okay. In this case, in the main station, we will have the the dashboard controlling the elements. Also, if the sanitation is also operating or not. Okay, and then all of this would be controlled in the main station. Okay, and also there is a research room in the dormitory. Also the kitchen. We identified a technology called Molly. Okay, it's a company called Molly Robotics. This company really exists, and then they are developing a robot to be used in the kitchen, and also that is in the left side screen panel, someone explaining about how to prepare a meal, something like this, and then this technology would be using the uh, machine learning, identifying the labels of the products to be used during the preparation of the food. Then one robot like this would be a good support in the meal preparation. Okay, also the dining room. Then in the dining room, uh, maybe we will not have shares for all astronauts, and then we are considering use the rotations, okay? And then one time you have eight astronauts for the meal, and in the next 30 minutes more eight astronauts, something like this, like turns to be using the dining room, also the gym. And then this was a proposal by a Brazilian architecture student called Mariana Guerra. And then she imagined that would be in the main station would have three areas, okay? The three areas would be named by alpha, beta, and gamma, okay? And in alpha area, the yellow area would be used for the it would be to um, resting area, okay? It would be a silent sector, and the second one would be the beta area for medium use, social use, leisure, and also the third one, the gamma, would be for extended use, scientific sector, and work. Okay, And then I will be explaining more in terms of the alpha model. Will be presenting bedroom, study room, and rest rooms. The beta model would be operate the kitchen, dining room, and living room, and also the entertainment area. And the gamma model would be used for training, control, and research room. Okay, in the alpha model, we will have 13 bunks. Okay, and also luggage storage. Okay, also the bathrooms. The beta model will be presenting kitchen for tables for 10 persons and also living space and gym. And the gamma model would be presenting three floors: the research room, training room, and control room. Then I will be talking about the second dimension related to applied technologies. Okay. Then some machines that would be necessary to the operation of the station. We imagine the oven, fridge, virtual reality headsets, bathtub, spa, hydro massage, also disco lighting, communication technologies, all things related to the living in the main station. And then almost in terms of the resource to be used in the Mars habitat, almost everything will be transported from Earth, okay, but part of the food would be produced in the greenhouse. And now we'll be talking about the third dimension, the management. And then we are imagining in the main station, the commander, the executive chief, the chef, and the general assistant, okay, in this facility. Then would be interesting also you imagine something like this for your facilities too. Okay, how many astronauts are necessary for the operation of your facility? Okay, and then I will be talking about each one of these positions. The commander would be a person with a multidisciplinary background, someone maybe from management or industrial engineering, with high capacity of leadership and high personal resilience. And then some duties of the commander are the control of extravehicular activities and also control the rovers, also propose routines and operational protocols, also provide guidance to avoid risks, also conduct educational activities and relate to the training of astronauts, also preparation for the EVAs, also coordinate daily communication routines with NASA or ESA or ISRO or the space agency, relate to the mission control center in Earth. Also, the communication with the facilities, with the crew, and with specific individuals. The executive chief would be an engineer or someone with information technology background. And then also some duties are the monitor all operations, keep all facilities running, also monitor the maintenance routines, also organize specific operation and responsible persons, also coordinate trainings, online content delivery, and also meetings or follow-up. Also keeping all facilities running, organizing specific operation, also stimulate self-sustainability, relate to each one observing self-organization, self-maintenance, self-fixation, and I'll let others about. And then the third position is the chef, and then he would be a cooker or cuisine chef or a gastronomist, okay, in this position. And some duties are the define menu, meals, food logistics, perform food preparation, also thinking about waste disposal, cleaning, organization, maintenance, and repair procedures. Also assess the team's nutritional requirements. Also plan the viability of food, and also define the feeding shifts. Okay, the turns of the astronauts in terms of the use of the dining room. And then in this image, it's possible to see a photo of the Matrix movie. In this photo, it's possible to see the character Neo. He's inside the Nebuchadnezzar ship, okay, and then he's complaining about that all days they are consuming the oat, okay, and then he looks the meal. They are commenting that it's very boring. The meal all days are the same meal, and then he's upset about. And then one of the challenge of the chef is prepare a very exciting food, or spicy or delicious food, and also keeping the high level and motivation of the crew, preparing balanced but nutritive and interesting food, changing all days, okay? And then in the other pictures, we can see that in the next picture is dried food transported from Earth to International Space Station. And then in this package, we have dried food inside. And then in International Space Station, they add hot water inside. And then the dried food become hydrated. And then we based on this, becomes very the dried food recover the properties, okay, found in Earth, okay. And then you can see in this package a lot of plastic, okay. And then we need to think about how these plastics from the package would be recycled, okay. It's one of the topics. Then a possibility, one challenge is how to balance the food transported from Earth and also the food produced in Mars, okay? And then in this last picture, we can see some food produced in the Space Analog Station Habitat Marte here in Brazil, okay? In this case, we have lettuce, pepper, and basil, okay? Some food that would be was consumed in Habitat Marte. Then also in Mars, we'll be mixing the prepared food transported from Earth and also the food prepared in situ, okay? And then the fourth position would be a assistant, would be someone with background in engineering, also information technology, and some duties are the emphasize the well-being, also trying to find interesting content for the crew, also food management, also support the chef, also coordinate the organization of dormitory, coordinate the gym, also manage laboratory tools, study routines, sample analysis, also apply psychological surveys with the crew. And then these are some possible duties, but not something conclude that this would be also very well discussed by in future space missions, okay? And then related to the how to train an astronaut, some topics that we are imagining in the main station. Also the topics of training will be changing from facility to facility. Then some topics are new skills based on situations identified in Mars, systems operation, testing, training of new technologies, training about positions, also simulations. And then we identified some videos in the internet, also related to operations of teams, how to manage mental health, also about the occupational safety, also resilience. Okay, and then some resource for 1 week. We are imagining 1 kilo of food but for each day, also 2.5 liters to food preparation, also 2 liters to a bath of astronaut. And then in the main station, we'll be providing some guidelines to all the facilities related to mental well-being, entertainment, also daily routines and scheduled activities, health occupation, also health, environment, and safety guidelines, and also ideas about how to maintain plants in specific space habitats, also provide harmony and collaboration, also make astronauts comfortable about to be in space, stimulate cooperation, innovation, creativity, and co-creation, emphasize the team's well-being, also stimulate self-sustainability. Then I'm going to the fourth dimension of this presentation. First I will be talking about the specific protocols and routines of this facility. And then I imagine that in the main station, will be happening the protocols for harmony of relationships and collaboration, protocols to deal with stress and relationship, protocols to organize the room, also protocols for plant maintenance, protocols for food production, also the infrastructure maintenance protocols. And, then related to protocols of safety, we are consider the importance of hygiene protocols. Also, we'll be looking the wearable data collection protocols, examples of the heart rate, calorie consumption, physical activity levels, saliva, blood species, and urine samples. Also, protocols for dealing with psychological emergencies, and also protocols and simulations to deal with accidents. These are in terms of the health data collection, I believe it's more a skill related to the health center, okay, Saka? And then I believe we I imagine the health center would be more the more responsible for collect this data. But in the main station, the control of the mission, the commander also will he will have contact with this data too, because if someone will be sick, he needs to know about. Okay, então, okay, continue. Okay, and then also some protocols for keep the crew members occupied. We imagine some parties, some celebration day, spa day, board games, yoga and physical exercise protocol, read suggestions, suggested content. And then we imagine too that the for the travel to Mars, they will be carrying some terabytes of information related to movies, all movies based on Earth. Also, all music try to transport all a huge database in terms of music and movies, okay, to be consumed in Mars, okay. This will be a concept of a vertical garden. Uh, Also collecting the water, okay, in a system of recirculation, okay. And then related to the protocol for food microproduction, we are imagine the necessary a protocol for cultivation, a protocol for maintenance and detection of adjustments and management of plants, also food collection protocol, okay. And then you know that some plants presents a cycle of life, and then after the end of the cycle of life, this plant would be necessarily extracted, and then will be planting other plant in the to replace. Okay, and then would be necessary a protocol for rotation disposal of the plant. Best time for irrigation, male, female follow pollination, and plant cycle. Okay, and then, okay, related to 3D printing, we are imagining that some utensils would be produced in Mars. And then here you can see in the first picture is a 3D printer using clay, okay, using clay. And then the clay is put inside a tube, and then there's a sturgeon machine user, and then in this case the 3D printer is printing something like a ball. You can see in the next picture, okay, and then this ball would be put it in inside the oven, and then 3D printer would be interesting to produce plates and also balls to be used to the meals consumption. Okay, and also would be also printed like utensils like fork and knives using plastic and other materials. Okay, and then in the case of clay, it would be interesting to research about use the Mars soil sample and try to prepare a clay or a compound to be to do this 3D printing process. Okay, and then in relate to protocols for 3D printing, some materials products to be printed, okay, plates, mugs, okay, and then see a complete list of items to be printing as well as CAD projects, and then it will be necessary you have the CAD projects to be doing the 3D printing process, and then also reflect about the product degradation protocol. Then if you are using a utensil, and then if we broke this utensil, then this material would be crushed and discarded. Also would be prepared the pallet, and will be after the prepare the filaments for 3D printing. Also the process of printing of the utensil. Okay, now I'm going to the last part of my presentation about the spin-offs. The spin-offs are possible solutions to be that would be used based in Mars, but also applied to Earth. Okay, and then I imagine that some 3D printing applications that would be replied in Earth, but also just use it. Also, some guidelines to be applied to daily life and over are related to mental well-being, daily routines and guidelines, health occupancy, also health, environmental and safety guidelines. Okay, and then also we can see a lot of lectures and now lives, and we can see some astronauts from International Space Station talking about their lives in ISS and how they live there, and how the learnings there would be useful to deal with social isolation. Okay, during this time of coronavirus, I saw some lectures about with also Scott Kelly. And then we can see in terms of the last part of this presentation, some possible impacts to sustainable development goals. We can see that we have a lot of learning related with clean water, also affordable energy, also in terms of recycling related to the goal 15, also gender equality. If you have four astronauts, maybe you have would be interesting to have two women in the crew in the main station. Okay, and then that is some of our considerations. Also think we can now I can see also some impact related to the goal goal 3 related to good health, because we need to keep the psychological level, a good psychological level, and a good well-being in the main station. No? And then because of this, we are would be planning a lot of entertainment activities and occupancy activities too in the main station to keep the people happy about to live in Mars. Okay, because we don't want a sick person in terms of mental conditions, okay, because it would be very dangerous this, okay. All all astronauts should be need to be healthy for the safety of the mission, okay, based on Mars. And then this is my contact, okay. And now I'm finished this presentation, and thanks so much for your attention.